What's up, everybody? Welcome back to an off-cycle Benny-less Press for Time episode. Today we are rounding out the roster and doing our introduction video for my friend Braden here, who, full disclosure, has been a friend of mine for a very long time, long before Press for Time was even an idea that Benny and I had, even a twinkle in our eyes. But he is a Twitch streamer. He is a content creator, and he is somebody that we are bringing on to work with us. For the quality of the work that he does, not just because I love him and he's a close personal friend. So, Braden, welcome on again. You've been on for what, 1-2 episodes already?
We did one to talk Zelda, and I think that's it. I mean, well, there was stuff that we did before the whole rebranding and the separation, but
yes,
we did a couple back then. But that, other than that, so like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, you've been on a couple times, but now you are an official member of the group. You're in the group chat.
Well, yeah, right? After I got freed from my Twitter purgatory, X purgatory. If we got to do the rebranding.
No, we don't call it X. We stick with Twitter and Twitter only. So this is going to be a brief episode. It's going to be all about Braden, basically. So stick around and you will learn something new, and hopefully you will enjoy it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Braden. I've, like Tyler said before, been a friend of his for 7 years, give or take?
Yeah.
7 or 8, I think. It's been a long time. It was only a couple years after I met Austin.
Yeah, it was like right when I joined Discord, I think.
Yeah.
Which was, let's see, I can look. I have Discord pulled up. It'll tell me when I joined Discord. Let me see. 2016.
So, yeah, 7 years now.
Yeah.
In fact,
almost exactly.
Yeah, 7 years and
September
5 days.
30th. Yeah.
About 7 years and a week. So yeah, we've been friends with Tyler for a long time, and a lot of the overlapping interests, with the FromSoft. More recently, he's gotten into the Persona stuff. Thanks to B.
Yes.
But big Zelda guy.
Constant hype beast, the Persona hype man. I don't know how Atlus hasn't hired you to be their official English PR guy.
You would think, right? If they could just, I follow some of those guys on Twitter. If they just want to, throw me a little bit of connections, I wouldn't, if they want to throw me a bone every once in a while.
Yeah, Atlus. I know we have lots of Atlus employees that watch this show.
Yeah, for all of them, especially the ones over in the actual Japanese studio. I'm sure they understand it flawlessly. Yeah, big JRPG guy, diehard Zelda fan, have been since, I don't know, probably I was like 4 or 5. So 20 plus years of Zelda behind my back. Occasional Twitch streamer, like Tyler said in the intro. I've made content for a little while. I've done stuff for them already. In fact, you might have seen the video that's on the channel already that I've done.
Should you try Genshin Impact in 2023? And
the answer is yes, by the way. The answer is yes.
And we'll have that linked up there.
Or in the description, wherever it needs to go. YouTube's stuff is confusing to me now with all their studio and whatnot. I play Genshin, Honkai Star Rail more recently. I didn't play it much at launch, but then I got sucked into it. I was like, well, too deep into it now. I guess just big Zelda fan, big FromSoft, some like the MiHoYo stuff, big Atlus guy. Final Fantasy is a pretty big thing up there for me. Played 14 for a while. I actually need to transfer back over to NA now that I'm not dating Max anymore. Might want to cut that out, actually. I don't know if you... big Final Fantasy. Actually, kind of a big Pokemon. I don't keep up with it nearly as much as I used to. Just with...
It's kind of where I am.
The state of the franchise is
Scarlet and Violet. But
yeah, it's the state of the franchise is not, as far as the games go, it's not something I want to keep up with much.
Yeah.
Just super big Nintendo guy. Branch out every so often, but a lot of the stuff that I do is usually with friends, so like Tyler and the rest of our friend group.
Yeah. Which you will probably end up seeing most of that friend group come and go on the channel. So just slowly but surely fill Press for Time with all of my close personal friends.
Just kind of start shoving them in there like, go on, don't be afraid.
Yeah. So let's see. What do I want to ask? What kind of cool questions can I ask you that people will be interested in? What got you into video games? Where'd you start?
Uh, oh God. I think my aunt used to babysit me when I was like 2 or 3, and they had like an N64. And when I would go to visit my cousins, they had an NES and a Super Nintendo. So just kind of just passively playing it from like family that had systems before I was born, and just kind of picking it up from basically since the beginning, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been everything like I started with an NES and went just kind of all the way forward. So since the beginning, really, of the modern gaming industry, I guess.
Right. So started there. When was your first like breakthrough? When did you find out? When did you move from like, yeah, I like playing video games to, oh, so like I've played games my entire life. You know,
Yeah.
I had an NES, I had an SNES, I had PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, but I didn't really become a gamer, which is a terrible fucking word, but I didn't become one of those until Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Halo 3, Gears of War 2, you know, those were the formative games that really hit me and took me from like a casual player of video games to somebody who, you know, has clearly turned it into something of a career.
I'm not really sure what I would consider like the defining these are fantastic moment for me, because I'm trying to think of like I didn't really have any games that really hit me until I was like early teens, but I've always been really heavily into them. So I guess I don't know, maybe like when I started playing Ocarina of Time and just like the freedom of being able to just explore and all the dungeons and the combat and the enemies and stuff, I just thought it was really cool, and the music. So probably just when I got to actually like sit down and just explore something for myself, that I was like, oh, this is a really, really cool thing. I want to do this all of the time. And well, now I do, for better or for worse. And I think it's just like growing up, especially, and just gaining more and more of an appreciation for the more artistic side of video games in the industry. They really are like a phenomenal piece of media that I genuinely enjoy engaging with, whether it's for music, just something to do with friends and like a bonding experience with my friends, or just if I want to get lost in something and just get immersed. There's a certain thing that I think games can do that even like movies, TV, just like even music on its own just can't really do.
Yeah.
Because it's just a culmination of everything and a lot of different talented people that all come together to make this experience that is so just like easy to get lost in. And especially with more recent titles like Final Fantasy or the Cyberpunk overhaul have just been such phenomenal examples of why I love playing video games.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. So outside of video games, what do you like? What kind of stuff do you? I mean, I know the answers to like all of these questions.
Well,
but people that are watching this, so tell us about Braden outside of the video gaming.
Huge music guy. I know, like Tyler said, he knows that already. Big music guy. I go to concerts for bands that I like basically whenever I have the money and the opportunity to do so. I want to say it was not last year, but I want to think was it 2021 or 2022 that we went to Kentucky to go see Metallica together.
21.
Yeah. So we just like on a whim, I was like, "Hey, Tyler, I got 2 tickets that someone just decided to give me. You want to go?" So we just up and drove, to Kentucky just to go see a concert.
Stayed in that little Airbnb house.
Yeah. And, you didn't stay that night though, I don't think. I think you left.
No, I drove back.
Yeah.
But like we still went and got the house and hung out for a little bit. I think I went back, or maybe I slept for like 2 hours and then got up and went back.
I don't remember. I think you left before I lay down at least.
Maybe.
But yeah, super big music guy. Like Spotify at this point, the premium service is a quality of life. It's not just a thing. It's I need to have music going to some extent. Like I'll play video games with music in the background regardless, and it's just a big part. I want to say beginning of this year, I got really heavily into Gundam. So I have a couple kits that are sitting off to the side of my desk that you guys can't see. I've got 4 that are built and 6 unbuilt, just kind of all stacked up on top of each other in boxes. But that's been pretty cool and something fun to do.
Yeah.
Just a lot of music and I guess like being creative, I guess. That's why I just got into the content stuff. I was just like, I just like putting stuff together. It's fun. And just a way to express myself, I guess. And kind of like learn new things.
Yeah. No, I like it. That's good stuff. And we listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
I'm going to Bullet for My Valentine and Of Mice and Men and Vended are coming to New Orleans here in November, and I've got tickets to go see that, and that's gonna
That
be a
should be
good
pretty
fucking
cool.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you were in the group chat where we were talking about Vended. I had listened to the song and I was like, damn, this sounds like a Slipknot ripoff.
Oh yeah, it's because it's his kid.
Because
Yeah,
it's Corey Taylor's son.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. I looked up the band because I'd listened to the song and I was like, man, this sounds
Yeah.
good, but it's like a shameless Slipknot
It's
ripoff.
not
And I looked them
Slipknot.
up,
What is this? Not
and they were
Slipknot.
from Iowa, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man, it's even worse. Like you're just copying them. And then I saw the kid's last name was Taylor, and I was like, oh.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh.
If they're not bit biting, it's the successor.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the next one to carry the
is.
torch.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Corey can't do it anymore.
No.
But no, that's gonna be a good ass show. It's gonna be a small show. It's at a small venue,
Yeah.
like an indoor, almost like a bar.
Ooh, that audio could be not great. That could be.
Oh
real
no,
muddy.
it's gonna be good.
Okay.
Because it's a famous venue.
Okay.
It's just a small venue.
I saw Metallica once at the Pacer Stadium in Indianapolis, and that did not sound good.
Well, yeah, I mean Pacer Stadium's big. Like this is small.
Yeah.
Small. So it's gonna be a tight event. I cannot wait. So one of my best concerts I ever went to was an All That Remains concert in basically the same thing in a bar, and the pit was fucking amazing, dude. It was so much fun. Just got absolutely fucked up. It was awesome.
That sounds like that'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's been a while. I have not gone to a concert since we went and saw Metallica.
I think I saw Rise Against again that December. They were playing at
you did.
something in Chicago. I forgot what the venue was. It was some like Christmas themed thing. It was Rise Against, Chevelle, and who's the other one? I can't remember who the other one is. I don't remember. It was Rise Against, Chevelle, and somebody else. No.
They used to tour with Chevelle a lot. I guess they probably don't tour anymore. I don't think they make music anymore.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't remember who the third one is, but that was a pretty good show. It was at some like famous theater in Chicago.
Fuck yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Awesome.
That was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Well, if you want to, just I know it's just a hop skip down the road. Pop on down here to Louisiana. Come see Bullet for the Outside.
Yeah, I'll be give me 20 minutes. I'll walk right there, just down the street.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No big deal. November. You got plenty of time to plan. I tried to get Austin to come and bring his girlfriend, but he's stuck working.
I forgot to mention it. Something else that I've been doing in my free time that I've just gotten into is I mentioned it in the Discord once or twice, but I am planning to climb Mount Fuji when I turn 27 for my golden birthday. So I am currently in the midst of trying to learn Japanese, and it's very complicated.
It is very difficult. We're doing it together. I mean, not together. We're not doing it together, but we're both using we're using Duolingo. And I'm also learning Japanese. And I was cruising right along until it was time to learn the characters.
The hiragana?
Actually, and that's been kicking my fucking ass, man.
Mine just did like an auto balance thing and set me back to like halfway through unit 1. So I have to catch back up to then continue learning the hiragana. And if it reset that progress, I'm going to cry because that was a lot of stuff I've done.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's weeks and weeks. Like I was flying and I was figuring it out. I was like, I can order food. I can introduce myself. I can talk about doctors and lawyers.
That's right, man. Yeah,
I can do
it
all
just
that
set me back to the lawyer thing too. It's like, it's a nice lawyer. So it's like, cool. The Kakui Isha, I think. No, Isha's doctor. Ben Gosi would be lawyer.
Yep.
But it's doing all that, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Just let me start back to learning that language. But it's hard, but it's been fun.
It is a tough
one.
And
especially because like
a drastically different language. It's not like trying to learn Spanish or trying to learn French. It's the same-ish.
We're not speaking like a Latin Germanic language. We're moving straight up to a completely different style of everything, different alphabet system, different structure,
all of it,
different everything, completely different roots. But it's been really cool. Like when I went to that steakhouse earlier, they had a sign on the door. I was like, oh, hey, I actually know what some of those characters are. I don't know what it means because I don't know that many. I don't know the words, but like I can read part of it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to pronounce that and all that. So that's been pretty cool. Especially there was some Twitter post I saw yesterday that I was reading that was in Japanese. Like, hey, I know some of those characters. I can kind of pick this apart.
Yep. Yeah, it's cool. I like to do that. I'll look and I'll try to figure out what I can and then hit translate and see how fucking wrong I was. But it's fun to try and figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's see. We've got plans, some tentative. I mean, we're still ironing out all the details, but you're gonna be doing like more video game related stuff, like video game videos.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like let's plays, but breakdowns and guides.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem doing playthroughs too, especially like for games that might be helpful for that, like a Persona game or something like that. But those are so long that's not for a while.
Hundreds of hours of content.
Yeah, that's a mountain to climb. But yeah, I've got some stuff planned for 3 because the remake that comes out in a couple months. I'm debating going back through Spider-Man and maybe doing something for that before 2. We'll see. I don't know. And then some stuff for like Star Rail and Genshin that I'll just as time progresses, more stuff might start popping up. Depends on what all I can get done within a reasonable time frame.
Yeah. No, cool.
Especially working 40 hours a week. It's like, when I get home, do I have the energy to do anything right now?
Yeah, or I just want to relax and play for myself.
That's pretty much how it's been the last like week and a half. It's like there's stuff that I want to do. I've got stuff written. It's just I don't want to have to go through stuff and get footage and then edit. I'm like, I just want to come home, do what I need to do, and just go to bed. Like I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Yep.
But I got stuff that's in the works. I got stuff that's being piecemealed together over time. It's just a matter of when I actually have the time. And this weekend I'm going to Peoria to go to a Pokemon regional for like the next like years of like competitive season stuff. So that should be pretty cool. So it's a lot of time that I want to put towards making stuff is being spent elsewhere from other plans. But I've got stuff that's pieced together. Like you said, it's probably going to be more like analysis and some stuff for October that I've got planned, and just a whole slew of stuff related to video games. Maybe I'll branch out more from there, but we'll see.
Sweet. Cool, man. Well, we'll keep this short and sweet. I'll let you go, and hopefully everybody will be seeing more of you, or at least seeing more of what you're doing here in the near future.
For sure.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me on. That I'm excited to work with everybody.
Yeah, me too. We'll have to do a big all hands video here at some point.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, everybody, since Benny's not here, I'll have to say it for him. See ya. Take care and have fun.